Flames fans, I know a lot of you are going to come out and you're going to say, hey, look, Jacob Markstrom, yes, he started the season off rough, and going back to last year's playoffs against Edmonton, it was rough. But the last two games before the Edmonton game against Carolina and Pittsburgh, he really looked like he was back to form. And I heard a lot of broadcasters, lots of people in the media saying that as well, that Jacob Markstrom is back. Okay, and yes, he did play well. And even in this game against Edmonton, he did make some good saves. However, I don't know what it is, man, but it seems like it's always against Edmonton or any type of big game. This guy's due for a brain fart or two that absolutely breaks his own team's back. And I mean, I've been saying this for a while. He is one of the worst goaltenders in the NHL at playing the puck, and especially playing the puck behind his own net. He just completely cramps up, brain just turns to mush, and makes a bad play. And that's what happened yesterday. That was the goal that changed everything. That McDavid goal from the corner that goes in short side, low blocker on Markstrom. Just unacceptable from a $6 million goaltender. And if you're thinking, oh, he played well yesterday. Okay, look, I'll give it to you. Like I said, he made a couple of good saves. But check this out. .885 save percentage last night. That's not cutting it, okay? In a Battle of Alberta game, Darryl came out and he said last week that he wanted Dan Vladar to get at least a start a week. And for Jacob Markstrom to be getting this start after Dan Vladar hasn't played in like 11 days, it's because Darryl wanted to give Markstrom the chance to be like, hey, I can play well against Edmonton. I can steal a game and pull out a win against the Oilers. And he came out and... man, that was so disappointing, dude. And, like, he got lucky on a couple. There were a couple other ones where it could have gone in and there would have been some muffins there. But that McDavid goal, you cannot let that tying goal in at that point in the game in the third period. It completely changed the complexion of the game, completely deflated the Flames, and sent the energy right to the legs of the Edmonton Oilers. And, I mean, I understand if it's a $1 million goaltender, if it's a backup, if it's David Ayers in net, sure. But when you're Jacob Markstrom, you were a Vezina finalist last year, okay, and you're looked at as one of the best goaltenders in the NHL. You can't let Edmonton keep slapping you around like this. You have to do something about this. Every time he plays against Edmonton, it's like they literally put like sleeping pills in his Gatorade or something, and he can't stay awake to stop the puck at all. Like the dude is literally just, something happens every time he plays against Edmonton, whether it's once, twice, 3 times, where my jaw just drops and I'm like, Jacob, did you seriously just let that goal in? Or did you seriously just whiff on that? Like, what is going on here? This is beer league goalie stuff. Like, what is happening? And it happened again last night with that McDavid goal. I understand that it's Connor McDavid. It's the best player in the world. Look, I don't care who you are. That shot from the corner should not go in. Okay? If you're an NHL goaltender, let alone a $6 million one, regarded as one of the best in the world, air quotes, you cannot let that goal in. And even overall, again, I mentioned it, the numbers don't lie. .885 save percentage in a Saturday night hockey night in Canada, Battle of Alberta game, redemption game for the playoffs last year. Markstrom's got to do better than that. That was unacceptable on his part. He has to give a better performance than he did there. And I'm disappointed, man. I really am that that's what he decided to give. And if you look at his save percentages for the entire season here, like, yes, he has that one game against Pittsburgh, .970, where he was really good, .926 against Carolina. But other than that, .750 against Buffalo, where he got pulled, .905 against Vegas, which is passable, but good for an NHL goaltender is above .910. And in the first game against Colorado, .880. So, hey, this has not been good enough from Jacob Markstrom here. He needs a slap on the wrist. He needs some kind of a wake-up call. I mean, I don't know if maybe he knows he's the guy. He's one of the faces of the franchise. He's the starting goaltender, and he knows that Darryl Sutter likes to ride his number one goaltender like a mule. I'm looking at you, Mika Kiprusoff, and Jonathan Quick. So, I mean, maybe it's that he's too comfortable. But if I'm Darryl, I'm giving Vladar consecutive starts now, because Vladar's earned it, number one, and you need to send a message to Markstrom that, like, hey, you cannot be this comfortable. The NHL is not a place where you're supposed to be comfortable. You should always be on your toes and ready for somebody else to take your job, and it seems like Marky might be a little bit too comfortable right now. And 97 consistently, and 29 for that matter, Leon Draisaitl, consistently seem to give him a slap of a wake-up call every time they play against each other. And I, for one, I'm sick of it. So, hey, Jacob Markstrom, figure it out, man. Okay, seriously, if you're this skilled, everybody's talking about you, how great you were, this Vezina, figure it out. Okay, seriously, string a few consistent games together. Not just 2, not just 3. String like 5 good games together plus. You should be able to do that with the amount of money you're getting paid and the cachet that you have. But until then, give Vladar 2-3 starts in a row. Let Jacob clear his head, realize, and think about, hey, what's wrong here? So that's just my 2 cents on the matter. I want to know what you guys think about this, of course. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.